Heyo! Welcome. I am Reed, a preferred dasher here in Colorado, and I'm trying something I've never done before. I am trying dashing in the morning. We've already got an order. I just turned it on, and fantastic. This is what I was hoping for. I was like, I've done afternoons, 12 to 3. Everybody does that, and I talk about it all the time. I've done, 5 to 9. That's actually my preferred shift, but I've never gotten up and gone out at 8 o'clock in the morning to try dashing till like 10 or 11 just to see what the morning's like. Now, I know you could probably even get up earlier than that if you wanted to try like maybe 7 or 6. I just don't know how early is practical, but I'm thinking, people get to work, they haven't had breakfast, they didn't have time for it, and they want to order some McDonald's, they want to get some Wendy's for breakfast. That's the theory, and let's just see how it pans out. My first order, though, was for Safeway, interestingly. So somebody wants me to go shop, and it was actually a decent order. It was like $16.93. What was the miles on it? I don't remember seeing that, but we're going to go and shop the Safeway order. That's actually one of my favorite. It's the shopping orders. So I'm at 73% approval right now, which makes me a preferred dasher in the market. In this market, we don't have platinum dasher like I hear some other people on YouTube talk about. But preferred dasher gets you dash now anytime you want, which I love. And better orders, supposedly, which I think I do. Reject less orders because I get better orders initially than people who are more of like cherry picking. Not that I don't cherry pick also, and if you go watch my last video and the one before that, I give you 5 tips in both of them to kind of help you get to preferred dasher status, just doing some little things that can help keep your approval rate higher. A lot of it has to do with territory. Well, you'll see. Just go back and watch my last 2 videos here on the channel, which were both posted, I think last week or about a week ago. Anyway, so we are almost at Safeway. Let's see how the order goes, and let's see how this morning goes. I'm really interested to see morning dashing. Is it worth it? Is it a secret gem that no one talks about on YouTube because everybody wants to get up at noon or wants to go out and work at noon and have the mornings off, or evening, which I personally prefer evening dashing. Morning dashing. Will this be any good? We're about to find out. All right, I got the groceries. It was 30 items. That's a lot. And right now it is right around 9 o'clock. So that means it took me probably 45 minutes to shop that order. So $16 in 45 minutes, 16 whatever it was. And I haven't delivered it yet, which is going to at least take me another 10. So really, it's an hour's worth of work, or maybe even more than an hour's worth of work. For not a lot of money. I'm going the wrong way, I'm just realizing, so I'm turning around here as we got to go up to a more rural area to deliver this. We'll do a little U-ey here. But so far, not great. Now, there's a couple perks here of morning delivery that is nice. One of them is just less people, right? Less traffic, less people at the store. I love that. I was able to get in and out. Not only that, but there was people around stocking the shelves. I was able to ask one of them, hey, I see you're redoing the freezer section, which I didn't film, but they were redoing the freezer section. The Chorizo wasn't out that this lady wanted. I asked, hey, I need this. Is this possible you can get it? They went back and picked it up for me. So I got some better customer service this morning for sure. Asked a guy too up at the register, hey, where do I find this particular candy bar? And he took me right to it. So that was nice. The perk is less people, a little bit better customer service, also cooler, right? As I know all of us are going through this extra hot summer right now. Even in my area of Colorado, it's been pretty warm. Not as bad as where I used to live, though. I used to live down in Houston, and holy cow, it's like 110 down there, So I don't miss that at all. But anyway, first impression here, only one order, no stack opportunities. Usually when I'm working in the evening, if I go to a store, I'm doing 2, maybe 3 orders. Pays a little bit better. I was thinking maybe since this is taking so long, I'll get a stack order at the Safeway I'm at. No stack order. And, I would call the amount of work I did for this order, for the money, not good. It's like minimum wage, basically. So, initial impressions, not wonderful, but let's see how it goes. Maybe I'll get some better orders. Now, one of the bad things is I'm going out to a more rural area. It's going to take me out of my zone, sort of, where other restaurants are. There's really nothing out here but housing. So that means I'm going to have to drive back into town, which probably puts me out here at, getting back maybe 9:15, 9:20. And, then where our shift's almost over. So, this order really took me longer because of the drive time to get out and deliver this and then having to drive back. So, in retrospect, would I have taken this order? Probably not. If I'd really analyzed it, 30, items going up into a rural area, and then having to drive all the way back, nah. This wouldn't be a good order, especially in the evening time and stuff like that. But, like I said, it wasn't all bad. There is some perks. If you're not a people person, morning dashing might be for you, because literally way less people out and around in my neck of the woods, and this is usually a pretty populated place. So I'm on the way to drop off this order, and I was thinking maybe I should give a couple more tips in this video of things that help me out in my dashing that might also be a benefit. One of those is if you're scanning an ID for alcohol, it's here in Colorado at least, and they want you to scan the back of the ID. One of the things that's helped me get a better scan is just to have the customer put the ID down on the table, on a rail, whatever's around, even on the ground if there's nothing around. And this, the act of them having that ID totally without movement, stable, and you holding the phone makes it a lot easier to get the scan. I find that the subtle movements of somebody holding an ID and then you moving your phone just a little bit, as we all move just a little bit, something you learn in photography, and I'm actually a photographer too. Those little movements can throw off the scan, especially when you're trying to really read fine detail on the back of someone's ID. So that's worked really well for me, a little tip, and I've heard other Doordashers out there with that problem. So something to think about. Another great dash tip is that if you're going to an RV park or you're going to like a trailer park, ignore where the marker tells you to drop it off. Immediately switch to just looking at the numbers on the trailer park, because usually that's one address and there's a lot of little sub addresses. So you might be going to H 37 or something, and the actual address is 1701 whatever street. So when you get to the marker, stop following it. Don't look around for the address. You might even call the customer and be like, hey, where is this H737 or whatever they are. That is always the case for me out in this area. Anytime an RV park happens or a trailer park happens, pretty much ignore the Doordash directions. It's not going to take you right to where you need to go. And a lot of times the marked off location is wrong. Like you'll be on the opposite side of the RV park from where you need to actually be. So look at the special instructions for sure before you head out there. But if you need to, call the customer and be like, hey, help me out, looking for you. It just shows the main address. It's not showing exactly where you are. Can you give me some markers? And a lot of times they'll give you like, yeah, look for the green truck and, the tent with the German Shepherd outside or something weird like that, But that will a lot of times cut down your time to actually deliver the order a lot. All right, hey, we're getting close to our drop-off location. All right, delivery is done. But it dropped me off so far up here in the sticks, and I can't even get reception to complete the order through my internet service provider. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. And then it also is 9:23, so it took me 20 minutes to get up here. at least 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to get up here, and it's going to take me 20 minutes to get back. So that was a terrible order when everything is considered, because not only did it take me all that time to actually pull the order, but now I'm out another 40 minutes basically just to deliver the order for $16. So definitely not worth it. So far, thumbs down to the morning. But of course, this is only one order. Maybe the other ones, when I get back into town, will be better. Let's see. Okay, we're back in the territory, and funny enough, when I was coming back, I almost hit 2 deer messing around with my camera in this car. But I did see them, I slowed down. I might have actually captured it on camera. If I did, I'll have to show that to you. But yeah, that was crazy. But I am back. The dash is on. It says estimated wait time 2 to 7 minutes. A lot of times that's not right. There's been times in this area that I'm in right now that I've had to wait like 20, 30 minutes because it's outside of where the main business area is. But we're headed back there now. Let's see how quickly we can get another order. I'm guessing if we go to like McDonald's or Wendy's, you know, somewhere in that vicinity, we're going to get those breakfast people who like, I had to skip breakfast, and hopefully somebody can bring me something here at work. That's what I'm hoping for. Or just, you know, people who want to get lunch really early. I'm not even sure. I guess it's before 10. Do they actually serve lunch before 10? I know they stopped serving, like at McDonald's. They stopped serving breakfast at like 10 or 11. I forget which it is. But can you get a burger at 9 o'clock in the morning? Well, now 9:30. Yeah, so it took me a half hour to get up there and back. Oh, let's see. We got an order. What, pray tell, do you have for me? 8.7. It's a Walgreens order for 1.8 miles. I will definitely take it. That's a good order. I'm going to go down to the next entrance, as it's a little bit faster than coming up through here and having to go slow all the way to Walgreens. But yeah, that's a good one. Small mileage, so I'm not going back up into the rural parts of the state here to deliver an order. And Walgreens sometimes can be good. The thing I hate about Walgreens is that they have a lot of times items I've never heard of before. It's like, you know, weird drugs and women's cosmetics I know nothing about. So I got to ask the cashier a lot of times, like, where do I find this strange eyeshadow? Or, you know, where is this inflammatory medication I've never heard of in my life? And it's, you know, of course, the smallest amount of it, and it's like stuck on a shelf with a bazillion other things. So I love sometimes the brevity of Walgreens can be good, like if you're just picking up chips and soda, which happens occasionally. But then you get those orders where it's like, oh, weird stuff like that, eyeshadow and, you know, anti-allergy medicine you've never heard of, and weird chewable vitamins. And I'm not somebody who goes to a drugstore a lot. Like, I'm a healthy guy. I don't go to the doctor a lot. I don't go to the drugstore a lot. So this is all like foreign crap to me. So I hope it's an easy order. You know, they don't tell you what the items are. But honestly, if they did tell me what the items were and it was some obscure shit like that at Walgreens, I would probably pass on some of the Walgreens orders. You know, if they were all like 7-Eleven orders where it's this common off-the-shelf stuff. Of course, here at 7-Eleven, you actually don't pick it. Somebody picks it for you, but you get the idea. If it was all just like regular grocery store stuff, no problem. I'd take it every time. All right, that was way faster. It was just Pedialyte stuff, and it was all in the same section. And as little as I know about a lot of drug stuff, I do know about Pedialyte. So that order literally took me 3-4 minutes or something like that. And a lot of the waiting time was just waiting for the cashier to come back up to ring me out. So that was kind of made up for the crappy order.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door.
Well, I thought I turned you off.
They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Leave at my door. Oh, how insightful. Thank you so much. I would have never figured that out. I honestly don't... Is it one of these? Oh my god, they got me on the back side. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, Doordash always, like, the street that I'm on is not the street the address is on. It's not. it's some driveway behind the street that the address is on. So like, why would the directions take me to a street that the address is not even on? It's like, no one wants their groceries delivered to the back sliding glass window, you know, through their fence. So now I'm having to go around the block here because DoorDash's directions are terrible. You know, I think that was one of the things I told you in my first video with tips is like, know your area. But when it's the first time going to a new zone and even an area, you know, like this one for me, a lot of times if it's a brand new location, there'll be some weird quirk like this and you just got to figure it out, you know. This one is, they would think that the customer's front door is in the back. It's not. Real weird. Okay, so the actual address is here somewhere. All right, dropped it off. I got another order. I'll throw it here on the screen. It was $6 for 2.5 miles for Starbucks. Starbucks in this area isn't great. Like the last 2-3 times I've gone, there's always been a problem with the order. Either it was in the wrong bag, they couldn't find it, something weird like that. So I'm hoping today is going to be smooth. No problems, please. Right? I came out in the morning for less problems, not more. But this is the first order that kind of meets my expectations of what I thought a morning dash was going to be. You know, food for somebody or coffee or something like that. But what I actually got was Pedialyte and someone's grocery shopping. You know? So a little outside of what I expected. But I guess people lead different lives and they need things all day long and they don't want to go out and do it, even in the morning time. So let's see how the Starbucks order goes. And hopefully it won't be a complete nightmare like it has been the last 2-3 times. All right, well, that was real fast. I went in, they had the order immediately. She just looked at me and was like, what's the name on the order? Because she saw me looking at my phone. I love that. So morning people, different crew, they're on their game. It's not a nightmare like the evening crew trying to get Starbucks for someone in the late afternoon. So I don't know. And that's sort of the same experience I had at Safeway. It's like totally different people than I'm used to working with there. And they seem to be on their shit. You know, they got their night's sleep. They're normal morning people. They're functional. It was fast. So anyway, now we're on our way to go drop this off, and it is officially, well, not officially. We got about 5 minutes till 10, so my dash is almost over, which has been busy, I would say. I didn't really sit around waiting for orders, but I don't think this is going to pan out as a good morning. I think it's going to pan out as a pretty low-paying morning, just because of the first order especially. The next two, though, were good. I mean, I would do these all morning long, as that one I had before at the Walgreens, that was real fast. It didn't take long to deliver, and if I had known that the DoorDash directions were going to be trying to take me to their back door, I could have fixed that, just from the experience of being there before. I've noticed that, like, a lot of times the people you deliver to are the same people. Like, I've delivered, you know, to the same people 3-4 times easily in my career, which now I think what are probably around 850 dashes without looking. I think that's kind of where we're approaching. All right, we're getting closer. I have the automated directions off. Though I noticed, even after turning off the navigation directions, lady's voice, which we call Irene and Cheryl, I have names for them. You still get, when you get to their house, you still get them talking. You know, I'd like it if they just didn't say anything. Just silence, right? I can look at the screen and see what the address is and see where I'm supposed to turn. I don't need you talking in my face on a video. Anyway, so all in all, I mean, I'll say this. I was kind of half expecting this to be a slow morning and like to have little pauses in between, but I would actually say that I was busier as far as actively doing an order than I would be at lunchtime here. Lunchtime, I think there's just more competition. You know, people don't want to get up early and go out and be a morning dasher. You know, if you take into account, I had one kind of crappy order, but the next two have actually been pretty good. Like this, I would consider a good order. as I'm not going out of my territory. I'm actually I'll be in a more active spot when I drop this off. And I would do this order again if they gave me another one right after this. I don't know if we're going to get done in time, though, for another order. Let's see.
The
All
customer
right.
requested you leave the order at their door.
Leave it at my door.
They added the following instructions.
Leave at my door.
Leave at my door.
Oh
Can
my
leave with
God.
front desk for coal.
What? Leave at front desk? Uh-oh. Okay. Heath Street, again, is not... it's not the address... It's not the street name of the address that you gave me, which is, again, perplexing. Like, why is it taking me around the corner to these streets that are not where the address is, you know? I don't know. Doordash, you need to work on your directions and navigation. Why don't you call up Uber? Uber Eats has way better navigation than Doordash does, in my opinion. You know, from doing this for a while, I can tell you that I way prefer Uber Eats directions, but I way prefer Doordash's business and pay. So anyway, let's go deliver this. Got a Doordash for Corey. Yeah, I think it was a Corey. Let me see. Am I at the right spot?
Courtney.
Oh, Ashley.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
we got that delivery done. It ended up being a veterinary clinic right there on the corner. Again, you know, like a block out of the way or whatever. Not a block, but I had to walk around the corner to get there, which is sort of inconvenient. So how did this go? I'm looking at my breakdown screen here, if you guys can see that. I made $31.75. It says my dash time was 1 hour 48 minutes, so about 1 hour 50. That's about right. So if you do division, I'm guessing that's what, $16 and some change an hour. Is that worth it? Not really. I mean, that's not great. I usually like to be around 20 an hour. But if I hadn't had that first, you know, kind of bad order that I didn't really foresee it being bad, would have it been a better morning? Very possibly. I didn't really have any downtime. Of that 1 hour and 48 minutes, I was active on 1 hour and 38 minutes. Actually would have made more money if I had just done the hourly rate, which I think is like, what, $17.50 or something here. So if I had just done hourly, I would have made more money. But I usually don't like doing hourly. You know, a lot of times, here's another little tip for you. I'll actually check to see if the hourly is active, and that lets me know if it's busy enough where they could save money by paying you an hourly rate instead of you making a lot of more money on the offers. If we go with their general math, we were making like 19 an hour or something like that. But being out there not active is still work. You're still waiting for an order. So it's really 150, you know, 1 hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hours. So, you know, if you're going to round it to 2 hours, as I was preparing for the day and all that too, to come out and dash, and I count that into the math. So really this is 2 hours, you know. So I'm going to keep it like that because you do a lot of prep work to get ready for the day. You got to put gas in your car. You know, you got to clean out the crap from your car from the day before, all the receipts and stuff like that. Just restock bags if you're bringing bags for customers and stuff like that. So $31.75, you know, divided by 2 is not nearly as good. So let's do that real quick and to see. $31.75 divided by 2 is $15.87. So, you know, it's minimum wage. And if you consider that you're paying for your gas, you're paying for your overhead, you're putting wear and tear on your car, you're really making less than minimum wage. So was this particular experience of dashing in the morning time a great experience? No. I would have, you know, of course, that first order kind of spoiled it, and it might be different. So this is a really small sample size. It's my first time ever going out in the morning to dash. Would I try it again? Yes, because I wasn't sitting around waiting for orders like I often do in the afternoon time, or especially in the slow time, like from 2 to 4, there's not really much going on. So, you know, you could wait a long time for an order, especially if you're not in a hot spot. So I'll probably go out again and see if morning dashing is worth it. But my first impression of morning dashing, was it worth it? Not really. You're going to make minimum wage. You know, you will be busy, but I'm not making $20 plus an hour like I do in the evening time with stacked orders and all that when they're really busy. So maybe sleep in and just keep doing the afternoon and evening shift. I'm not convinced yet that morning shift is the way to do it. anyway, this is just our first foray into that. Hopefully you like some of those extra little tips and nuggets I threw in there, especially the one about checking to see if the dash by time is available. You know, like I said, if the dash by time is not available, it's probably going to be slow, because Doordash isn't going to offer you more money when they don't have to, or if the orders are a long distance for a little bit of money and they can save cash, they're going to do it by offer only. So anyway, little tip for you there. That's going to do it for this one, though. Thank you so much. You know, this is my third video in this series. I haven't really got a lot of viewership, and I might go to like Reddit or something like that and post this up there, as I find that's a good way. I found that YouTube now wants you to put money into promoting videos, like it's Facebook or something, and they don't just give you natural algorithm exposure out there anymore. It's like you got to pay for everything, you know. So kind of a big turnoff and disappointing, honestly. You know, working with YouTube in the past, you would get some natural views. People would be interested in the content, or you would appear as a new channel in the algorithm, or they could find you. Now I feel like you're just completely hidden, you know. So it's like you have to dump money into it, or you got to take the time to cross market and cross platform your content. So anyway, if you're here watching my video, I super appreciate it. I'd really love it if you would give me a thumbs up, and hopefully this has been valuable enough and entertaining enough where you'll come back and watch another episode of Life in Frame here, doing some Doordash, and we'll do another Doordashing in the morning soon. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.